Okay, remember that they're changing my voice. I'm not gay. I would never be gay, and I'm not proud to be part white and part Jewish. Okay, and those are very recessive traits, mind you. That's part of the complex they have, is they know that their genes are recessive. And that screams that God didn't choose them. Pretty straightforward. Nature testifies against them. Who cares what propagandists and neo-colonists have to say? Period. What they've done it before the eyes of the Messiah and the eyes of the Lord. And they've played out their groups to the extreme. So why should you be proud to be part of those groups? There's nothing racist about saying that. I'm part white, part Jewish. Nothing racist. If your race or group that you've yoked yourself to, and I thank God I didn't yoke myself to them, has done something extremely disgraceful that they should be ashamed of forever, should you be proud of being in that group? No. Genesis 20, Abraham and Abimelech. Now Abraham moved on from there into the region of the Negev and lived between Kadesh and Shur. For a while he stayed in Gerar. And there Abraham said of his wife Sarah, "This is my sister." Then Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent for Sarah and took her. Now keep in mind, this is Egypt all over again here. So he's lying about whether or not it's his wife because he doesn't want to get killed, and he feels the need to be there, like when there was a famine and he went to Egypt. And God came to Abimelech in a dream one night and said to him, "You are as good as dead because of the woman you have taken. She is a married woman." Abimelech had not gone near her, so he said, "Lord, will you destroy an innocent nation?" Let's stop there. He referred to it as a nation because of the sexual immorality with that one female. How much more getting attractive females to shun the Son of God? Every female on this planet and everyone else and everything else is given to me by God. Even their own book says that, and they have no counter-argument for that. So using their own scale, and obviously with God's scale first and foremost, their souls and their offspring's souls are as good as dead, the whole planet. And that's just one of many sins they've done, but it's a very grievous, very serious sin. Because they're not man enough to be romantically responsible. They're not man enough to treat men and women fairly, not man enough to treat the Messiah fairly. They've taken that disgrace on themselves and their offspring. And what do they get out of it? To this day, not a single one of them can explain a single benefit that they got from persecuting me. We are talking about the dumbest governing class in human history, and the fools who have followed them are unbelievably stupid as well. Did he not say to me, "She is my sister," and didn't she also say, "He is my brother"? I have done this with a clear conscience and clean hands. And God said to him in the dream, "Yes, I know you did this with a clear conscience, and so I have kept you from sinning against me. That is why I did not let you touch her. Now return the man's wife, for he is a prophet, and he will pray for you, and you will live. But if you do not return her, you may be sure that you and all who belong to you will die, spiritually speaking." Early the next morning, Abimelech summoned all his officials, and when he told them all that had happened, they were very much afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham in and said, "What have you done to us? Now have I wronged you that you have brought such guilt upon me and my kingdom? Or how have I wronged you that you have brought such guilt upon me and my kingdom?" And this connects to, the New Testament where it says, "And you, Chorazin, and you, Capernaum, Bethsaida, what have you, will you be lifted to the heavens? No, they'll go down to Hades," right? Because you get judged as individuals and as groups. "You have done things to me that should have never been done. It should never be done." And Abimelech asked Abraham, "What was your reason for doing this?" Abraham replied, "I said to myself, there is surely no fear of God in this place, and they will kill me because of my wife. Besides, she really is my sister, the daughter of my father, though not of my mother, and she became my wife. And when God had me wander from my father's household, I said to her, this is how you can show your love for me. Everywhere you go, say of me, he is my brother." Now this connects to Psalm 45. Right? So who should get who? Who's the most excellent of men? Who should submit to who? So Abraham is not the most excellent of men. I am. Abraham was afraid, and he was afraid to sacrifice his wife as well, in terms of, her being ready to kill herself if things went south, with a dagger in her hand or something. Something that I would have been prepared to do immediately. Then Abimelech brought sheep and cattle and male and female slaves and gave them to Abraham, and he returned Sarah his wife to him. And Abimelech said, "My land is before you, live wherever you like." To Sarah he said, I'm giving your brother 1,000 shekels, that is about 25 pounds, or about 12 kilograms of silver. This is to cover the offense against you before all who are with you. You are completely vindicated. Then Abraham prayed to God, and God healed Abimelech, his wife, and his female slaves, so they could have children again. For the Lord had kept all the women in Abimelech's household from conceiving because of Abraham's wife Sarah. Now, I want you all to ask yourselves, what do you think would be a fair judgment against people interfering with this? And keep in mind, they're interfering out of sheer spite. They control the media, they control social media, they censor things on a whim, they create situations where, they feel like they've overkilled their justification, which they haven't, for doing all the stupid stuff they're doing with the censorship and all the psyops and all the childish stuff that really only worms would consider doing, much less do. What do you think is a fair judgment against them? How much should they cook forever? I want you to really ask yourself, if you think that people shouldn't cook forever for this, then you must think that, offending God is a small matter. Or in the one life they think they're ever going to live, okay, and I don't believe in reincarnation, mind you, they've decided to commit to being evil. They think that's all she wrote, the mark they'll leave forever, their part in the universe, what have you. Forever and ever is the effect that they believe it's going to have. Scientifically speaking and otherwise, their mark on the world, their mark on the universe. So how much should they cook forever for spending their one life insulting God Almighty and in a way that lasts forever?